right. Well, hello, everybody. I am with Abby Torgeson, and her husband Jason is out of the room right now, but might be coming back in a minute. But either way, we are so excited to be featuring our first missionary spotlight. And so the Torgesons are sponsored by Hillside. It's the Restoration at Hillside is what we call it now. And they're one of our missionaries being supported by local churches. And we just want to be able to know what's going on around the world and how we can pray for locally funded and supported ministries. So, Abby, take it away. Where are you guys, and what are you guys doing in Costa Rica?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, so my husband Jason and I serve as what's called the regional connectors for the Church of God in Latin America. Before I get to that, I will do a very Latin move and say that we have three kids. We'll talk about our family first. We
Excellent.
have an 8-year-old son named Josiah and 4-year-old twins named Silas and Rebecca. And, we're so grateful for Hillside's partnership. I think you guys have been walking alongside our family for several years now, and I think you've met varying degrees of us along the way. But we just want to thank you first and foremost for that partnership, for all your love, your prayers, for walking alongside us and our family as we serve. So we do live in Costa Rica, but we get to work with the 20 Spanish and Portuguese speaking countries south of the border. So that's everything from Mexico to Argentina and everything in between, and in the Caribbean, Cuba, and the Dominican. And so, as a part of that, as you can imagine, that's a pretty wide swath of geography and a lot of responsibilities there. But, primarily we focus on working with our missionary team of North American missionaries through global strategy, and then providing oversight to projects that are funded through our office, and then walking alongside our regional leadership team and other national leaders and pastors as we're able to, and really just helping discern, how is God calling them to do the work that God has called them to do in their context, and what can we do to walk alongside them in that process, or just to give them a boost in that direction. And so if that's making connections through projects or funding, and that's appropriate, we'll help with that. If it's better served to make connections with other pastors and other leaders in other places that are doing the same thing so they can support one another and learn from one another, we are all about that. And we love all the ways that God has shown up there. So I think as far as how to pray for us or pray for our region, we have a new missionary couple that's coming to Costa Rica in September. They'll be transitioning onto the field for their first time. And so that's Brian and Melissa Richie. If you want to pray for them in those first few months to year of new missions, and just, drinking from the fire hose and everything that comes with being a new missionary overseas. We're excited that that their house is not terribly far from ours, so we'll be able to stay in touch with them, but also get them connected with language learning and then with the Church of God. And then as far as in the region, of course, our regional leadership team is growing and strengthening, and just always prayers for them and for our churches. I think maybe specifically for a couple of our countries, we do have a church in Venezuela, which is going through a very, very difficult political and economic situation right now as a whole country. Unfortunately, a lot of our churches have shrunk because people have left the country. And so the leadership's trying to figure out how to continue to serve, how to continue to be hands and feet in their community, praying for Venezuela, for churches in Cuba, as similar economic crisis that they're going through. But also just seeing a lot of exciting things. The Church of God in Chile has responded to a wildfire that went through in February, which was absolutely devastating. But the way that the church has come together, pooled resources along with some disaster relief resources, it's been exciting to see how they've really taken that opportunity to be the hands and feet of Jesus in neighborhoods where 7 months later people are still living in tents. But the church is working to get homes rebuilt and families back on their feet. So just prayers for all of our amazing leadership as they continue to grow, and for our family, obviously, as we parent kids cross-culturally and have all the chaos that can come with lots of travel and lots of busy ministry things. We want to keep the main thing and not leave our kids neglected in the process of doing ministry. We want them to be our first ministry, and to be able to let them love and enjoy this unique experience that they've had growing up. So just pray for us as we parent and navigate all that.